Those new tires on mine, I've never had one that back in my truck. Well, there's some big kids on that thing. Well, this is very good team. Is this the one you played before?
Played them on Tuesday.
And what was that score? 6-4 or
5-3.
Shots on goal. She opened up chicken and sticks for Grandpa, took my order. And then she said, you're a steady customer, so you get the preferred rate. She's into it, huh?
She's the other customer.
She's excited about reading stuff. Just tell her that's all about the Proctor. volleyball, volleyball is over now. I think they're in the playoffs. Well, I think I'll go get a one before they start. You don't want the aftertaste.
All right, we're set to get started here. Sunday morning affair. Proctor playing host to Hermantown Gold. We saw these guys last on Tuesday. Rails fell to the Hawks 5-3. We'll see if they can fare a little bit better. We'll be without Declan tonight, or this morning. He's out with an illness. Opening draw, one back by Ruxin. Go D to D there. Griffin passes it forward, but it's intercepted by the Hawks. Unable to gain the zone initially. Second attempt, they're in offsides. Neutral zone draw here. Just 12 seconds into the game. Draw one by Ruxin, but is taken away by the Hawks. They'll push that into the far wall. Charlie slaps that forward. It gets by the point. Ruxin, Stanley, Bria in the zone there onside. Stanley got flattened on a check with no call. Ruxin centers, doesn't connect. Back to the point where Griffin holds it in. Sent back out here. The Hawks are back out. They're 2-on-1. Play's interrupted by Charlie, but then they're right back to it. Charlie forces them wide behind the net. Griffin puts the pressure on there. Steps out front. Waits. First shot on goal. Scored by number 27 for Hermantown. 14:02 left in the first period. Ryder takes that draw. He wins it back to Charlie at the point. Charlie chips that off the wall. Goes all the way down. No icing was called there. Hawks are forced to play it. Jace picks that up behind the net. Gets it up to Charlie at the point. Charlie tries to hold the zone. He's not successful. Jace picks that one up, fires it back in. They're offsides. We'll have a neutral zone draw. Just a minute and 20 seconds into this first period. Declan wins that one back to Charlie again. Charlie around the corner. He's into the zone. Poke checked away there. Brendan tries to hold. He does temporarily. Brendan sends it down into the corner. Jace putting the pressure on there. It's up the half wall. Matt holds the zone temporarily. Holds it again there with his foot. Trying to get his stick loose. Chips it ahead. Ryder picks this one up. Gets it to neutral ice. Brendan there in the slot is giving chase around behind the net. Hawks come away with it. Cross ice pass will put them out of the zone there. 2-on-3 at the blue line. Matt knocks that one away. Gets it to the other Hawk player. He puts a shot on net, saved by Gavin. Brendan picks that up, tries to clear. It's held in at the point. They go D to D down to the circle here. That shot doesn't quite make it to the net. Charlie clears. It's held in again. Another shot from the point. It's whistled right on net. Block shot by Charlie there. And Ryder's back the other way. Into the neutral zone here. Good back pressure by the Hawks. Brendan and Ryder unable to hold there. They're going to come back this way. Taken away by Brendan. Tries to chip it deep. Is unsuccessful. Griffin goes D to D to match. They're in on sides on that dump in. Need to provide some pressure here. Quick change for the rails. Bria stifles his zone entry, gets it up to Ruxin, who passes it back to Bria, but that gets intercepted. Puck is loose in the neutral zone here, and then it eventually gets dumped in. It's in the corner. Jace chips it around one, gets it by the second. Griffin now putting the pressure on here. He's out of the zone. They're 3-on-3. Puck's knocked down at the blue line. Narrowly avoiding a too many men penalty there for the rails as it was a little bit late of a change. Hawks are back the other way. Backhander is weakly put in on Gavin, he goes stick to glove, and he'll smother that one for a defensive zone draw for the rails. 11:23 left in the first period. Draw one by the Hawks. They chip it to the far wall here. Held in at the point, sent down in the corner. Matt collects. Fires that one up rink. He's got Bria, hits her in the skate on the transition. The Hawks will take that and go back the other way. Into the zone on sides. They skate around one. Try to force one on net with a backhand. It doesn't quite make it. Chipped up ahead from Charlie. Stanley able to get it out of the zone. Pops back in just off sides. Neutral zone draw now. 10:58 left. Ryder set to take this neutral zone draw. Hawks win it back. They go D to D with it there. Jace with the pressure forces a chip shot up ahead. That puck gets chipped up, hits the glass, and into the rails bench. We'll have another neutral zone draw as a result. Ryder wins that one back to Griffin at the point, goes D to D. Matt chips it ahead to Ryder. That gets picked up by Jace and dumped into the corner. Rails need to put some pressure on here as the Hawks pick it up and start skating back the other way. One pass and they're back out of the zone. Griffin picks that one up, gets it to Matt, is stuck in his feet. Puck is loose in the neutral zone, picked up by Brendan. He surveys, chips it off the boards to get it into the zone. Jace and Ryder are giving pressure there. Matt tries to hold it in, just a step too late. Offsides. We'll have another neutral zone draw. 10:13 remains in the first period. Ruxin wins this one. Gets it back to Griffin. They go D to D to Charlie. Charlie passes it ahead to Bria. Bria chips it in. They get called offside at the line there. We'll have another neutral zone draw. Rux wins this one back to Griff. He passes it over to Charlie. Charlie surveys, chips it ahead, doesn't connect. The Hawks take that one, go back the other way. Charlie able to intercept, backhands one over to Rux. Rux will make it into the zone under pressure there. Bria backing him up, holds the point, gets the puck in deeper. But the Hawks send it back the other way. Charlie sets a retrieve there. He chips it around one. Hawks take it back the other way. They are in on sides. Shot from the slot is blocked by Charlie. Charlie collects, chips it to the half wall here. Bria picks it up there. She's able to chip it ahead. Stanley in a foot race here with the defender for the Hawks. Stanley will win it, beats out the icing, passes it back to Bria. Bria unable to corral before she gets her stick lifted. Charlie at the point holds it in. His shot attempt gets blocked. Matt able to hold the point there. He keeps it deep into the zone. But then the Hawks are back the other direction. Hawk player sidesteps Charlie there. The centering pass weakly put on net. Gavin easily able to kick it aside. Charlie chips it ahead from the corner, but it's held in at the point. They go D to D. Steps around one, steps around another. Centering pass is knocked down by Matt, and Stanley will clear the zone. Neutral zone battle here. Hawks get free, they get back into the zone on sides. Matt chips this one back to the boards, and Stanley will send it all the way down. This should be an icing, and it will be. Defensive zone draw, 9:38 left in the first period. Shots favoring the Hawks right now, 5-0. Ryder set to take this draw. Got Brendan and Jace on the wings. One back to Matt. Pressure by the Hawks, unable to control. Battle in the corner there. Matt maintains possession. Gets it over to Ryder, who tries to chip it out, doesn't quite make it. The puck gets sent down into the corner all the way around. Hawks step out front. Matt tries to clear. It ends up right on the stick of a Hawks player in the slot and fires it right into Gavin's chest for another save and a whistle. Ryder again wins this over to Matt. Matt chips it around one. Ryder picks that up there on the half wall. He's able to get it into the zone. Jace providing the support. Backhand centering pass. Brendan unable to collect. He'll get pressure on the near side. Runs into Ryder temporarily. Ryder picks this one up behind the net. Backhand chip shot. Doesn't quite connect on that pass. The Hawks will be back the other way. Griff picks this one up. He tries to go D to D. It gets intercepted. Hawks backhanded shot gets sticked aside by Gavin. Board battle behind the net. Jace escapes with that one, and he's going to come up with speed. He's got Brendan on his wing as he gets into the zone here. Brendan picks up the loose puck, fires that into the net, and he's got a goal! Brendan from Jace. 8:17 left in the first period. That's a game-tying goal on the first official shot for the Rails. Neutral zone draw after that goal taken by Roxy is able to get it back to Matt. Matt fires that one up the wall. Stanley picks it up at neutral ice. The puck battle there. Matt with a poke check, keeps the puck out of the zone. Rux will pick this one up. Matt unable to hold the zone there. Puck squirts loose. Matt with some good back pressure there takes the puck away. He's going to go behind his own net. Around the forechecker there, still has control. Up the wall. Unable to chip it around that player there. Charlie covering up in the corner. Is able to knock the puck loose. He'll pick that one up. Start back the other direction. Chips it ahead. Bria unable to corral it. Ruxin will go behind his own net here, pick that up in the corner, gets it up ahead to Stanley. Stanley tries to chip it off the wall, is unsuccessful. Matt will be forced to retrieve in the corner. Matt around one, fires that to the half wall. Stanley takes that one, fires it, it's held at the point. It's sent right back in, it'll end up behind the net. Charlie able to win the puck battle in the corner there, chips it around. Bria picks that up on the half wall. Neat little exit pass, gets it to Rox, so he loses control. Bria slaps it all the way down and she's into the zone. Good forecheck from Bria there. Hawks try a home run pass. Matt intercepts, sends it back the other way. Rox picks this up in the neutral zone, fires it off the shin pad of Hawks forechecker. Hawks maintain the zone, possession as they enter the zone there. Centering pass doesn't connect, and Charlie sends it around. Stanley picks that up, is able to chip it out of the zone. Bria, with a little bit of speed in the neutral zone, chips that down into the corner, where she'll give chase, assisted by Ryder. Ryder blocks a clearing attempt down, maintains possession in the corner. Brendan steps up, unable to hold the zone there, and the Hawks are back the other way. Puck's chipped into the corner. Charlie around behind his own net, chips it around into the near side. Ryder chips it forward as well. Can't get it out of the zone, however. Centering attempt, pick up by Griff. He fires it back off the sidewall. Brendan unable to clear the zone. Hawks try to center. It's interrupted by Charlie. Kicked out front. Gavin able to kick that one aside for a save. Charlie chips that one to Jace, and the Rails will be back the other way. Jace dumps that from center ice. Does go wide of the net. Hawks chip it around and are back out. 3-on-2 at the line. That shot attempt goes wide of the net. Hawks go from the corner back up to the point. Skated into the circle there. Another move as he tries to go back to the center. Loose puck picked up there. Gavin able to find it and cover. 4:44 left in the first period. Game's tied at 1. Shot still favoring the Hawks, 8-1. Ruxin set to take this draw. He wins to the side. It's picked up by a Hawks player, fired on net. Centering attempt from the half wall gets kicked off a shin pad. Matt and Stanley on the wall there trying to win a puck battle. Rux chips it back to Griffin. Clearing attempt doesn't quite make it out initially, but then Stanley is able to clear. Puck's back the other way. Stanley loses his stick. Matt knocks it loose. Matt battling for it in the corner there. Sends it out front accidentally. Puck's loose out front, sent back to the corner. Matt and Rux battling for it there. Matt sends it ahead to Stanley. He gets around the point guy. They're 2-on-1 at the line. Stanley steps around the defender. Fires that high off the mask and over the net. Stanley poke checks that one back into the corner here. He's giving good pressure down in the Rails end, or down in the Hawks end. Hawks send that one up to the point. Matt able to get some decent back pressure to slow down the attack. They'll pick that one up in the neutral zone. Stanley chips it ahead. He's picked up by the Hawks at their bone blue line. Cross ice pass puts them into the zone. Onsides 1-on-3. Centering attempt doesn't connect. Brendan picks that up, chips it back out of the zone. Griffin and Brendan battling for it there. The Hawks come away with it. Ryder knocks that player off the puck. Charlie sends it out to neutral ice. He runs into his own player. Brendan unable to get it into the zone there. Puck is still loose. Bria tries to chip it into the zone. She's thwarted. Comes back to Griffin. Griffin fires that one high and into the zone. The Hawks are right back out again. Puck's loose. We're in the defensive zone there. Shot is blocked by Charlie. He'll send it around the wall. Griffin backhands that one to the point. Sends all the way back into the corner and around. Hawks player sidesteps one, sidesteps another. Centering pass here to the top of the circle. That gets fired wide. Picked up on the half wall. Steps around one, fires that shot wide of the net. Pinching from the point, get it down into the corner. Charlie takes that one away, tries to fire it out of the zone. It goes off of a Hawks player. Is held in. Jace with the nifty little stick lift. He'll get the puck, he'll get out of the zone. Doesn't quite make it to center ice before he loses control. Ryder unable to clear as well. Matt picks this one up, fires it into Ryder. Ryder then chips it ahead. Hawks pick it up. Jace giving good pressure there. They're able to get around him. They'll be in the zone 1-on-3. Centering attempt goes off of Griffin's skate. Back to the point. Shot attempt gets blocked by Griffin. He tries to chip it around the Hawks player. Matt will pick this up, bounce it off the half wall. Hawks are back in. Hard shot goes off of Gavin and makes it into the net. Hermantown takes a 2-1 lead. 1:16 left in the first period. Hawks take this one back into the zone here. Shot gets fired wide. Stanley picks this one up the half wall. He's around the defender. They're able to get out of the zone with help from Ruxin. Stanley fires this cross ice. Bria's giving chase. Just chips it around the Hawks defender. Ruxin unable to get it around the next guy. Hawks are back the other way. Into the zone, 1-on-2 there initially. That'll fire on net. Gavin will glove it. We'll have a defensive zone draw with just 43.3 left in the first. Ruxin set to take the draw here. It's one back. Charlie will pick this up in the corner and around behind the net. Chips it ahead. Ruck tries to knock it away. Hawks are back behind the Rails net. Chip shot into the circle here, fired on net. Gavin able to find that. He'll ice it down. 24.6 left in the first. Ryder wins that draw. Griff sends it ahead. Stuck on the half wall there. It's back into the corner. Griff battles for it on the end wall. He comes away, sends it to the point. It's held in. A shot gets taken. It's deflected wide by Griffin. Charlie sends it around the wall. Slap shot from the point makes it on net. Gavin able to knock that down for the end of the period. We'll start the second. The Rails trailing the Hawks 2-1.
I'm supposed to give you a kiss. She says, Give my husband a big wet one. They're looking up for me.
All right, start the second period here. Ryder on the draw wins it back to Charlie. Charlie chips it off the wall ahead to Brendan. Brendan able to go through the legs. He's into the zone. Centering pass doesn't quite connect, but then it's picked up by Jace, fired on net. Unable to control the rebound here of the rails, but Brendan will steal that. He centers it over to Jace, who's open in the near side circle. Backhand shot, gloved away by the goaltender. Hawks send a home run pass to the other direction. He's in all alone on Gavin. Gavin with a glove save right off the cheater. Charlie picks this one up. He's able to dump it. It's held in at the point. Steps around one. He goes down into the corner there. Ryder in a battle for it. He's able to come away with it. Ryder still giving a battle here. Charlie chips this one up the wall. Brendan picks it up, tries to chip it out of the zone. It's held in. I guess fired wide of the net. Matt picks this up on the half wall. Battling to get it out of the zone here. Puck squirts loose. Charlie picks it up in the slot. Hawks are back the other, or rails are back the other direction now. In on sides. Charlie takes it wide. Takes a look, fires that one wide. It comes to the near side corner here. Puck is cleared by the Hawks. Brendan in a foot race for it. That will make it far enough. We'll have an icing on the Hawks offensive zone draw for the rails. Just a minute 33 into the second period. Ruxin set to take the draw here. Wins it back to Matt. Matt picks this up, fires from the top of the circle, hits the goalie right in the glove. He'll hang on. Another offensive zone draw for the rails here. 13:21 left in the second. Hawks win this one, back behind their own net. Ruxin giving chase there. Puts some pressure on, knocks the puck loose. Tries to take it away back into the corner. Hawks skate away with it. And they're out of the zone. They've got numbers at the blue line. They are 4-on-2. Matt blocks a shot there on the near circle. Gets into a puck battle behind the net. He's able to come away with that one. Skates around behind his own net. Fires that back cross rink. Tries to find Stanley. He will pick that up. Gets it around the Hawks defender and into the zone. Rails maintain possession there. Puck squirts to the slot. Griffin thwarts an entry attempt. Puck gets dumped in where Matt will collect. Matt behind his own net there. Takes a look. Escapes one forechecker. Escapes another. Loses the puck at the top of the circle. Hawks just push it into the corner. Griffin tries to chip that off the glass. Or the Hawks will pick it up, send it back to the point. Intercepted by Bria. Bria chips it ahead. Stanley giving chase. He's able to pick that up before it makes it for an icing. Hawks take it away. Griffin picks this one up in the neutral zone. It's chipped away from him. Charlie able to disrupt a potential breakaway attempt there. Griffin will send it around the end. Where the Hawks hold the zone. They're into the slot. Shot gets put off of Gavin's stick. He's unable to grab it out of the air there. In that far circle, gets past to the slot. Shot attempt goes wide. Charlie chips it to the point where it's held in, sent back all the way around. Hawks the first ones to it there on the half wall. They put that into the far side circle. Puck is given away, picked up by Stanley. He fires that deep into the zone from just beyond the blue line. It'll be paddled back into the corner by the Hawks goaltender. Hawks on the far side there, chip it ahead, goes off his skate. Charlie will pick that one up, chips it ahead where Stanley picks it up, unable to hold the zone, however. Charlie whiffs on a pinch attempt there in neutral ice. Hawks are back in, driving to the net. Matt forces them wide. Still maintains possession. Back into the slot there. That gets fired off of Gavin's mask. He's able to corral it, however. And he'll freeze that for a defensive zone draw. 10:45 left in the second period. Gavin shaking the cobwebs off after that hard wrist shot. Ryder wins the draw, tries to clear, it's held in at the point. They go D to D, steps up, fires from the top of the circle, right into the chest of Gavin. Will hang on to that with his glove. We'll take a defensive zone draw from the other side. Ryder wins this one over to Charlie. Charlie able to chip it forward where Ryder will pick it up. He skates forward. They're out of the zone. They've got numbers if they hurry. They're in on sides, but it's taken away immediately by a Hawks player. They're back 2-on-1. Matt gets a piece of that shot attempt. It does end up on net. Gavin kicks it away. Matt clears to the sidewall. Hawks go D to D. Put it on net. It's deflected a couple of times before Gavin covers. We'll have another defensive zone draw for the Rails. 10:08 remaining in the second period. Rails currently in a shot deficit of 20-4. Draw one ahead by Ryder. Brendan unable to escape the zone. Hawks are backed away. They go back to the D. Steps up into the circle. Fires it. Goes off the blocker. Ryder able to pick up that rebound. He comes back the other way with it. Chips it ahead. Just misses Brendan. No icing called on that play. The Hawks are forced to play it. They're able to escape their own corner. And they're 4-on-2 here at the blue line. Centering attempt thwarted by Griffin. Regathered and fired in on net. Rails trying to clear. It's held in at the point. Ryder gets stripped. No call on that play. Ryder able to maintain possession. Gets it out. Jace is going to be 1-on-1 here as he enters the zone. Poke check to the sidewall. He regains. Around one, tries to shovel it past another, is unsuccessful. Charlie holds into the point temporarily. Griffin steps over, takes a look, fires that one rink wide, misses Jace. And the Hawks will step back into the zone. Ryder intercepts that one, sends it out to neutral ice. We got a bad line change for the Hawks, but they are able to recover in time before Brendan can chase that one down. Run behind his own net here. Escapes the forechecking Jace. Takes it all the way to the far side here. Charlie unable to take it away from him. Puck ends up in the corner. He'll come back to the point. Puck's held in at the point. Down to the corner. He steps out, tries to shove it short side. Unable to connect on that one. The puck's loose just above the crease. Jason will escape with it after it bounces around a bit. Jace tries to beat the defender around the corner. Comes back, misses a late breaking the rocks. Sent all the way down by the Rails, so this won't be icing. Matt will pick it up and skate behind his own net. As he takes a look, he goes around one defender, loses at the half wall, blocks the shot attempt, picks it up, drops it. Puts it back into the corner, chips it ahead. Ruxin unable to corral. That gets sent into the far corner by the Hawks. Bria able to chip that out of the zone. Rux is going to give chase. He's with Stanley. They're 2-on-1 at the line. He gives it over to Stanley. Stanley fires from the high slot. Glove down and frozen. Rux unable to find a rebound there as the Hawks goaltender smothers it. We'll have an offensive zone draw for the Rails. 7:39 remains in the second period. Brendan set to take this draw. He's got Bria and Stanley on his wings. Puck's one over to Bria, who pushes it into the corner. Backhand centering attempt by Brendan doesn't connect. Bria takes that one away. Matt holds it in at the point, chips it off the half wall here. Puck is loose in the circle. Hawks come away with it. Charlie had vacated the zone, but he'll pick it up. He fires it ahead, goes off a Hawks defender, and they're off sides at the blue line. Neutral zone draw. 7:13 left in the second. Draw one back by the Hawks. They chip it ahead. Passing attempt fails, ends up in the corner. Griffin will give battle here. Hawks step away with it. Matt forces them around behind the net there. Still have possession. Puck comes to the near side circle. That shot goes wide. Matt able to chip that away. Chips it ahead, tries to clear. Unable to do so. Blocks a shot in the process. Hawks pick it up in the corner. They step out front. Gavin able to stick that aside back into the corner. Puck comes back out as the rails are unable to collect. Matt takes that one away behind the net as well. He pushes that one ahead. It's held in at the point. Griffin takes it away there. Chips it ahead to Bria. Bria unable to control. Stanley comes over, pokes that away. Bria sends it into the zone where Stanley's going to give chase. Stanley forces that Hawks defender back into the corner. He takes his time and passes this cross rink. Griffin pinching at the point, does hold it in. Hawks able to get it back out. Brio send it back in offsides. We'll have a neutral zone draw with 6:01 remaining in the second period. Ryder takes this one. Jason vacated his spot at the point, otherwise he probably would have had that. Charlie takes it in. He's on sides, loses possession as he enters the zone. Rux holds the point here temporarily, but the Hawks able to get it back out. That gets chipped around into the near face-off circle. That shot gets fired high. Gavin blockers it behind the net. Charlie comes away with it there. He tries to clear, gets knocked down. Hawks into the slot, fire that one. Sticked by Gavin, and then Hill melted down. 5:29 left in the second period for another defensive zone draw for the Rails. Ryder wins this back to Charlie. Charlie take it behind his own net, chips it ahead. Jace at the half wall, tries to get it around the defender, doesn't make it out of the zone. Hawks able to force that down into the corner. Matt loses possession behind the net, but is able to regain. He sends that way out to the point, it's held in. Jace tries to chip it away, unable to take that away, gets it loose into the near side circle. Brendan picks that up in the slot, escapes one Hawks forechecker, gets it over to Jace, who's out of the zone. Jace chips it around that Hawks defender, is into the zone, loses possession, however. Hawks will regroup behind their own net and look to take it right back out again. What are we blowing a whistle for? I lost. What happened there? I believe we have offsides. Offsides is called. Neutral zone draw. 4:35 left. Rox is set to take the draw here. He's got Bria and Stanley on his wings. Charlie and Matt at the points. Hawks are back into the zone efficiently there. They're 2-on-1 in the slot. Matt knocks it away. Stanley picks this up on the half wall. He's able to get around the point there. Passes it ahead. No icing. Icing is waved off. Ruxin giving chase into the far corner. He's got an assist from Bria. Ruxin knocks down the clearing attempt. Backhands it back into the zone, but it hits the Hawks player. Rux takes that away, chips it ahead. Hawks will recollect. Griffin picks that up at his own blue line, sends it back out to neutral ice. Bria has it there, chips it over, gets it into the zone where Rux picks that up. Rux tries to center, gets knocked down. Matt will collect this in neutral ice. as he takes a look here. Fires that one ahead. It makes it to Rux. Rux is able to get it into the zone, dumps it into the corner. Bria doesn't win the puck race into the corner. The Hawks come back out the other way. Rux narrowly misses holding it into the point there. He sends it back to his own defenseman there. Griff will send it forward, hits a Hawk in the helmet. Stanley intercepts, tries to chip it forward. Isn't quite successful. Bria able to knock that one away, but the Hawks are still back the other direction. They're good at the line. They get it down into the half wall. They try to go back to the point. They'll dump it back into the corner. Matt will be forced to pick it up here on the near side. Matt takes a look as he comes ahead, chips that past the forechecker, gets it to Stanley, who loses it at the blue line. Matt able to hold his own, steps around one, fires it from the high slot. That ends up wide. Bria battling in the corner there, forces it back down. Ryder steps up. Hawks chip it away from him. Brendan and Griff temporarily hold the zone there, but the Hawks are back the other way. They're going to have numbers at the blue line. Shot goes off of Gavin's pad. Rebound also off Gavin's pad. Gavin able to cover it. Brendan comes in and cleans house a little bit. No call on that play. We'll have a defensive zone draw, just 2:29 left in the second period here. Ryder wins that back to Griff. Griff whiffs on a clearing attempt. Brendan will pick that up. He gets poke checked into the high slot. Jace meets with the defenseman there. The puck goes high into the air, lands in the near circle, fired off the post. Charlie chips it into the circle. It goes back to the D. Shot ends up on net. Gavin able to put the blocker on it. Centering attempt gets taken away by Brendan. Or Ryder rather, gives it to Brendan. Brendan across ice here to Jace. Jace wins the battle, wins the race into the zone, chips that one off the goaltender, gets taken out in the process. Goaltender hangs on. We'll have an offensive zone draw for the Rails. 1:52 left in the second period. Refs seem content to let the boys play today.
They're not calling it anyway. That's all right.
Rock's unable to win that draw, but it does end up back at the point. Matt tries to dump it back down to Stanley. Matt then does send it back down into the corner where Ruxin picks it up. Rux backhands one into the slot. Charlie picks that up. It gets partially blocked. The goaltender is able to smother that one. We'll try the draw again. 1:37 left in the second. Rux fires that one right on net from the faceoff. Hits the side of the net. Stanley wins a puck battle behind the net, chips it out front. Matt picks this up above the circles, fires that off a shin pad. That Hawk player has not gotten back up after that blocked shot. The play will be whistled dead here. feet. Not putting any pressure on that left foot after that block shot. Just so happens to be Matt's neighbor that he bounced that puck off of, so hopefully he's all right. Puck was at the far blue line when play stopped due to the injury, so we'll have a neutral zone draw here to start it back up again. 1:15 left in the second period. Rails in a shot differential, a deficit of 8 to 25. Ruxin wins this one ahead. He takes it himself. Unable to get that backhand pass into the zone. Stanley will dump it. The Hawks will pick this up behind their own net. Stanley and Ruxin giving chase there. Cross ice pass gets them out of the zone. Charlie's in a foot race for it. Able to force that one just wide of the net. Puck gets sent back into the far side corner. Ruxin will pick it up on the half wall. Chips it around the defender where Bria picks this one up. She's back out of the zone. They're going to be 2-on-3 here at the line. Bria tries to put a shot on net. It does deflect. Paddled aside by the goaltender. Puck is still loose. Matt not quite able to hold the zone there. He'll regroup in center ice. Stops to get around one. Passes that ahead to Bria, who just narrowly escapes her. Hawks will recollect. Cross ice pass here. Gets them out of the zone. 19 seconds left in the period. Another cross ice pass ends up on the half wall. Picked up by the Hawks. Shots deflected by Griffin. Matt will pick this up behind his own net. He's got 8 seconds left. Can he make a connecting pass here? Ruxin out of the zone as Bria stumbles it just ahead of him. 2 seconds left. Rux gets knocked off of the puck. No shot there. End of the second period. Score still 2-1 in favor of the Hawks. Rail's able to add a bit more offense to that one. They were able to put 6 shots on net that period for a 2-period save total of 6 for the Hawks goaltender. 25 total shots for the Hawks for a 2-period save total of 23. Correction to 7 saves for the Hawks goaltender, 23 for Gavin. Set to start the third period here. Rail's trailing by 1. See if they can keep putting the pressure on and get some pucks to the net. All right, here we are, starts the third period. Ryder on the dot. He's got Jace and Brendan on his wings. Charlie and Griffith points. That's won by the Hawks. They're able to get into the zone efficiently here. 2-on-2 at the line. That shot gets fired wide, picked up in the corner by the Hawks, spins around one, sends it out front. Gavin sends it back into behind the net. Sent back into the corner by the Hawks. Taken away by Ryder there. He chips it off the wall. Brendan unable to chip it past the defender, and it's held in at the line. Hawks skate back down into the corner around behind. Still has possession into the circle, into the high slot, fires that wrister. Off the pad, kick the side, rebound, kick the side as well. Jace picks it up, unable to clear. That shot goes wide. Ryder picks it up on the half wall there, chips it ahead, misses Brendan on the centering attempt. It's far enough for icing. We'll have a defensive zone draw just 49 seconds into the third period. Won by the Hawks. They try to go D to D. Charlie intercepts. He gets tripped on neutral ice. No call there from the refs. Puck is still loose in the neutral zone. Matt steps up. He knocks this one away to the wall. Loses possession. Tries to backhand that up the wall. Unable to. The Hawks send it back in. Charlie picks this up in the corner. Chips it up ahead. Matt picks this one up on the half wall. And he'll take it out of the zone. 2-on-2 at the line. Matt has possession, chips it over to Stanley in the slot, unable to corral it though, and the Hawks come back the other way. Lead pass bounces off a Hawks player into the corner. Icing is waved off. Charlie tries to play that up the wall. He gets it to Stanley. Stanley dances around the defender at the blue line. He's loose. They're 2-on-1 at the blue line if they can make something happen. Fired it. Bar down. Stanley ties the game. Third. Puck's one back. Matt chips this one into the zone, and it'll die before it makes the icing line, I believe. Icing is waved off. The Hawks are forced to play it. Ryder gives chase. Hawks cough that one up. Brendan tries to get it in the slot there. Hawks are back out of the zone. Centering pass goes into the near corner. Ryder and Griffin digging for it there. The Hawks come away with it. Step into the circle. Centering attempt does get thwarted by Jace in the slot. Jace on the half wall, unable to corral. Matt will pick it up. He controls in the circle, gets it up to Jace. Jace loses it at the half wall, and the Hawks are back down into the corner. They maintain possession around behind the net. Circles back. Still looking back into the far corner there. Matt chips it away, doesn't make it out of the zone, held in at the point. Puck is knocked away, picked up in the corner by Jace. Puck is dumped back into the corner by the Hawks. Rails need a line change here. Griff will send it around the near side. Brendan doesn't able to poke check it around, and it's held in at the point again. Dumped back into the end wall. Griffin sends it into the corner. Ryder picks it up. Fans on a clearing attempt. Tries again, but does make it out of the zone. Won't be far enough for icing. Jace wins the race around the corner, loses the puck into the corner. Hawks chip it forward. Ryder able to force that one down all the way into the end. Hawks do come away with it though. Cross ice pass makes it into the neutral zone. Charlie will collect this on the half wall. Stops in the corner, takes a look, chips it up the wall. It's not held in. And the Rails will be forced to regroup at their own end. 27 taking it up here. He's around 2 forecheckers. They're into the zone about 15 feet off sides. We'll have a neutral zone draw with 11:06 left in the third period. Game's tied at 2. Shots favoring the Hawks, 27-9. Ruck's up to the draw here. He's got Bria and Stanley on his wings. That puck's one back to Matt, who chips it out of the zone, narrowly misses Stanley, where the Hawks will pick it up. They send it back forward again. They're in on sides at the line, 3-on-3. Skate into the slot. Charlie pokes it away into the far circle. Matt collects into the corner. He's around one, dumps it off the wall where Rux picks it up, tries to chip it ahead to Stanley. It actually makes it to Bria. Bria loses possession, however, but then is able to dump it back in. Stanley forechecking into the far corner there. Puck's held in at the line just narrowly, but then is chipped out by the Hawks. Board battle in the neutral zone. Comes free. They're 2-on-1 here at the blue line. Centering attempt gets deflected on goal. Gavin paddles it aside. Charlie's upended behind the net there. Hawks have possession here on the half wall. They skate back into the corner. Charlie able to take that away neatly. Chips it ahead. Doesn't make it to Bria, but then it does. Bria chips it out of the zone. Stanley putting pressure on the defenseman. Bria helping out there as well. Holds the zone, puts it back. Pressure by Ruxin allows Bria to chip it back in, but then it's lost again. The Hawks are back the other way. Just onside at the line. That shot attempt gets gets sticked into the corner by Matt. Griffin picks it up, fires that ahead. It's off of Bria's stick. Hawks come back the other way with it here on the new wall. Griffin with the stick on it initially. Centering attempt ends up in the far corner. Collected in the circle there. Around one defender. Centering attempt ends up in the near corner. Griffin in a board battle. Takes out a Hawks player. Puck ends up back in the corner. Griffin pokes it ahead, gets it to Brendan. Brendan takes a look. That narrowly misses Ryder. Hawks deflect it forward. They're back into the zone. Brendan on the near wall tries to chip it ahead, is unable to. Griffin will collect it in the corner, sends it ahead. Ryder unable to deflect it out of the zone. But then on the second attempt, Brendan does successfully. Ryder gains the red line, does dump it into the corner. Hawks pick this up here where Jace puts the pressure on. Charlie steps up at the blue line, holds the zone, dumps it back into the corner. Hawks reverse course, send it back to the far wall. Charlie holds it into the point one more time. He'll dump it back into the corner on the backhand. Back to the point where Charlie picks that up. He'll fire that on net. Puck's loose in the slot. Brendan takes a couple of whacks at it. It's in the gear of a Hawks defender. Hawks able to take that one and go back the other direction. Around one at the line. Unable to escape the second one at the line. The Hawks will just force that one down into the corner where Charlie takes it away. Runs into a Hawks forechecker. They step into the slot. That gets fired off a post that doesn't end up in the net. It's in the far corner. Net off. Net was off. So we'll have a whistle and a defensive zone draw for the Rails. 7:50 left in the third period. We've got ourselves a game. Ruxin set to take the draw. He's got Stanley and Bria on his wings. Matt and Charlie at the point. Puck's one back to Charlie. He's going to skate this out. Takes it forward. Loses the puck at the blue line. Puck's loose at the blue line. Charlie's still in the zone, however. Rails are offside, so we'll have a neutral zone draw. Ruck's on the dot there. Initially won by the Hawks, but it's kicked forward by Stanley. Ruxin takes a shot, goes off of a shin pad. Puck's loose right near the blue line there. Hawks will come forward into the zone offsides. It was a sneaky play by Stanley, able to just nudge that Hawks forechecker offsides before the puck. We'll have a neutral zone draw here with 7:24 left in the third. Rux wins that one back to Matt, who sends it to the far wall. Stanley will pick that up in the neutral zone. He sends it ahead. Rux just overskates. The Hawks come back the other way. Stanley battling there, is able to pick it up in neutral ice, loses it on a poke check. Bria tries to send it into the zone, that gets thwarted. Ruxin takes a swing, try to knock the puck loose. He'll be called for icing here as soon as the rails touch the puck again. And there we have it. Minor penalty to Ruxin for tripping. Rails will be forced to the penalty kill here in the defensive zone draw with 6:57 left in the third period. Injured Hawk player is back on the ice here, so that's a good sign for them. Draw one back by the Hawks to the near point. That gets sent down into the corner around behind. Hawks send that back to the circle here to the far D-man. Shot gets blocked by Matt. Nobody can find it initially. Brendan tries to clear. That gets taken away. Griffin blocks a shot there, passes it ahead to Jace. Taken away, but Brendan picks up the loose puck. He fires that into the zone. The Hawks will have to regroup. They're around one. 2-on-2 at the line there. Centering pass. Nobody home. Jace able to chip that up off the wall and gets out of the zone. Brendan sidesteps the defender. He's into the zone. He's going to get caught. Unable to get loose there, and the Hawks will come back the other way. Slap shot from the top of the circle goes wide. It's picked up on the near side. That shot also ends up wide into the far corner. Hawks pick that one up. There's a collision on the wall. This puck's still under the Hawks player. Centering attempt goes off the base of the net wide. Griffin chips it over to Charlie. Charlie tries to send it to the point. That doesn't make it out of the zone. Centering here to the slot. Shot gets fired and deflected. Puck makes it back to the point here, top of the circle. Sent down to the near circle. Shot ends up wide of the net. Chip doesn't make it on net. Ruxin's back onto the box. Rails are at full strength. Brendan tries to skate around the forechecker there. He's able to make it out. Lead pass to Ryder connects. Ryder steps around the final defender. He collects the puck. Shoots that short side. It's loose and then covered. Great attempt from Ryder there to take the first lead of the game. We'll have an offensive zone draw with 5:06 left in the third period. Ruxin set to take the draw. Ryder will bump to the wing. We've got Stanley on the other wing. Correction, Ruxin jumps to the wing with Ryder at the point. Ryder wins that back to Matt. Matt fires this one on net, hits the goalie in the breadbasket, dropped and then covered. We'll have another offensive zone draw. 5:01 left. Puck's won back by the Hawks, chipped forward. Charlie holds it in, dumps it back into the corner. Ruxin puts that one on net. Hits the goaltender's paddle and then covered. Another offensive zone draw for the Rails here, just 6 seconds later. Rux wins this one back to Ryder wins this one back to the near point, gives it to Charlie. Charlie tries to center for Ryder. Ryder unable to pick that one up. Stanley getting pressure behind the net. The Hawks are back the other direction. They're on sides at the line. Shot gets blocked by Matt at the top of the circle. Stanley picks up the loose puck and he comes back the other way with it. They hustle, it'll be 2-on-2. Stanley fires from the top of the circle, that's in! Stanley unassisted, 4:29 left in the third period. The Rails take their first lead of the game. Puck's chipped forward. Rux tries to tip it around to the Hawks player. Gets dumped into the zone. Matt picks this one up, fires it hard off the wall. Does make it around the defender. Rux is in. He's got a step on the defender, fires that high off the glove. Clearing attempt makes it past Brendan. Griffin unable to hold the zone, and the Hawks are back the other way. They've got a 2-on-1 that ends up in the corner. Still have possession in the far circle. Ruxin putting pressure on there. Centering pass makes it all the way to the near side. Down there, centering attempt is picked up by Matt. Matt skates around 1 and 2. He's out of the zone, gets hooked. No call on that. The Hawks will come back the other way with it. They're in on sides to the far wall. They've picked it up at the point, dumped back to the point one more time. They'll skate into the far circle there. Reverses course, puck is flipped high into the air off the deflection, ends up in the near side circle. Centering attempt goes off a skate. Ruxin picks that one up. He's going to get out of the zone here. Gets to the center ice line, dumps it in, looking for a line change. Hawks will regroup in their own end, come back the other way. They're into the zone, they're on sides, makes it to the slot, dances around a couple of defenders, puck gets loose. Charlie able to chip that one ahead. Ryder picks it up, he's out of the zone, chips it further forward, gets held up a little bit. Puck is on end, rolling. Icing's waved off. Ryder picks it up with possession, tries to center that one, unable to. Jace picks it up at the top of the circle, fires it off a shin pad. The Hawks go back the other way. Chipped out of the zone, Charlie will pick it up at center ice, he chips it forward. Sent back the other way, Charlie again in the puck battle, able to get that one ahead. Ryder putting pressure on in the offensive zone. Jace sends it back down. Hawks go D-to-D in their own zone, send it up here. They're on sides at the line. Charlie takes it away with a neat little poke check. Unable to collect the puck, however, and the Hawks in the near side circle try to take a look at that. Puck gets poked away by Charlie. Ryder will send it down. This won't make it far enough for icing. It's waved off. Hawks are forced to play it. As they come up here on the half wall, they're officially back out of their zone. Pass to the far side. Stanley picks this one up after it's missed. Tries to clear it, unable to. Matt chips this off the wall, and it's up and neutralized. Brendan picks it up. Tucks it around one defender, puts it into the corner. Board battle there. Charlie pinches from the point, unable to hold, however. Matt will be forced to play this at his own blue line. As he picks it up, circles into his own zone, fires that ahead, goes off of a Hawks player and directly into the Hawk bench. We'll have a neutral zone draw following that. A timeout. Just a minute 34 left in the third period. Rails definitely finding some additional pressure this period. Current shot totals are 27 for the Hawks, 14 for the Rails. After the timeout, we're set to take a neutral zone draw here. Ruck's on the dot. Got Stanley and Jace on his wings. Griffin and Matt at the points. Rucks wins this one. He steps forward with it. It's taken away. Griff able to chip it ahead. Hawks will collect it in their own zone here. Puck gets sent forward. It's deflected by Stanley. Stanley pushes it back into the corner where Rux is going to give chase. The Hawk defender able to try a stretch pass here. It goes off his stick. Matt collects, gives that to Stanley. Stanley unable to get around that defender there. Well, Matt will pick it up again. Sends it off the wall, gets out to neutral ice. Stanley chips it ahead. Puck's still loose. Sent into the corner. Icing is waved off. Jace getting pressure here. Chipped up the wall. Griffin bails out on trying to hold that one in. A home run pass does connect. Matt forces him into the circle. A centering attempt gets taken away by Ruxin. Ruxin up the wall here with the puck. Unable to control. Held in at the point. Taken away by Jace. He's back onto the zone. They're 2-on-1 if they hustle. 2-on-0. They're on both defenders. Empty net, and he fires it over the net. Puck's forced back down into the corner. Jace putting the pressure on there. He's able to hold it into the corner there. Chips it around behind the net. Stanley's going to hustle over there, try to take it away. Fandon, the clearing attempt's Fandon. Stanley still giving pressure. Hawks step out of it there. They're 6-on-5 here as they come out of the zone. They're 1-on-2 at the line. Steps around the circle. That's fired high and over the net into the far side. Ruxin tries to win a puck battle there. Matt knocks it away. He's able to come out of the zone. That's the end of the game. Get their revenge on the Hawks, avenging the 5-3 loss just on Tuesday by winning a 3-2 tightly checked game here Sunday morning into the early afternoon. Rails set to take the ice again tomorrow night at 7:30, where they take on Proctor PWB Green or PWB White. The Battle of the Rails. We'll see you again tomorrow night, 7:30.